And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as Humanity First. We're going to do once over on, starting off this part, I'm going to do a once over on all of the ground bases out in space. Mainly to just go ahead and improve the yields. Right, we haven't necessarily done a lot on them. We'll start from the lower tier ones and work our way up. So this is a tier 1 that could be up to tier 2. It's mostly outputting water. I feel good enough on water being over 50 a day that we're not going to bother to upgrade you. Pass that one up. This one generates some nobles at 2.1. It is only level 1, so we will take the opportunity to upgrade the core in preparation for trying to make it make more output. This one's also nobles, and more importantly, this is the moon and all that juicy radioactives. So this is definitely one we want to upgrade. Get you upgrading. This is the other moon site. This is only 2 radioactives. We can always sell radioactives on Earth if we really need to get funds out of them, so we'll do that upgrade. This one, 23 nobles, probably worth upgrading. "24 nobles and almost a full radioactive." Yeah, we'll upgrade that one. 3 radioactives, 15 nobles, probably worth upgrading. 43 nobles, probably worth upgrading. 1.5 radioactives, probably worth upgrading. We have 20 nobles, probably worth upgrading. Again, water, I think we're good on water. We'll pass up on that one for the moment. 14 nobles, probably worth upgrading. 20 nobles, probably worth upgrading. "20 nobles, although this is after the upgrade. So it's a little more debatable whether this one's worth taking to tier 3. In fact, this one can't go to tier 3. So this one's upgraded all the way. However, we can try to get more out of this base. So the question here is, do I want more science, or do I want more influence, or do I want more money? I'm going to say... To be fair, we're actually at the beginning of a council action, so this is without the modifier to EU science. We probably do want a little bit more science. So if we want more science, we come down here into tier 1 science. I don't think we're so unstacked with mission control that I wanted to start spamming out for research universities, which is the highest efficiency per slot shenanigans you can do with science. What I will do here is, if we can power it, and I probably can, we should do the Ops Center. So it's 100 power for 4. Everything here is powered by the fusion, right? The one fusion we got here. We got one fission we got here. Yeah, everything's powered by the one fission. At some point we had the solar in here before we did the upgrade. Okay, so we're going to overbright one of the fusion, or one of the solar or collectors of the fusion. That provides us 100 power. That'll be enough for the Ops Center, which is the best mission control building we can get here. It'll basically make the place mission control actually positive by 1. And then I was thinking science. We'll try to pick up a little bit of science. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of science. The alternative would be quarters, right? So quarters for money and ops, or low tier science. I think it's life is the cheap one. Life? Military. Yeah, military. So usually when you're evaluating these, we can say do science. We want to see all the science ones, and we only really want to see tier 1. So you've got the 7 any build anywhere labs. Xenology has a high power cost, so you'd have to build more power plants to power it. We have enough here that wouldn't be a problem. We blatched it with Xenology if we wanted to anyway. I think there's also some negative events associated with Xenology, so if you don't want to overbuild Xenology. Space wouldn't be too bad. It's just a money upkeep cost. Military wouldn't be too bad, just a money upkeep cost. Materials has metal and nobles, so if you're worried about nobles or whatever, skip that. Life has water volatiles. We got enough water volatiles, we could probably run the life. Let's skip that. Info, could run info. And yeah, so sort of toss up between info, military, space. And I think I'll do like 1 info, overwrite you as the info. We'll do 3 space, and then 3 military. And there we go. That'll provide us another, what, 7 times 5, so another 35 base science for all the multipliers to kick in on. And we're looking with like 77% multipliers all the time, so that'll be more than 70, or more than 35 science. Okay, back to the list. Next hub. Once again, this is a place where we've upgraded. This is a place that could be upgraded. Honestly, this is a place I don't need to upgrade. It's volatiles. Oh, it's a lot of volatiles. And metals. The radioactives is trivial. It's mostly water and volatile, or mostly volatiles and metal. I think we're gonna metal. I think we're gonna volatiles. We will make use of the empty space here, though. So let's come back in all. And all. And we'll do 1 fusion reactor array. We'll do a ops center. Basically make this place mission control positive. And then we'll do a little more science. We'll just do the same thing. So info, mill, space. It'll be power positive of that, so that's fine. Next one. This is tier 2. It doesn't really have enough nobles to warrant being upgraded. Neither radioactives. So here would just be getting more efficiency. I suppose on the previous ones I should have been shoving farms in as well. There is a farm here, for example. Although, again, we're happy on the water volatiles. I'm not too worried about that. Empty space usage. Let's use this empty space. So at this point, the PDA is worthless, the fusion pile is worthless. Or the fission pile is worthless. We have 2 fission reactors that provides more than enough power. So let's overwrite one of those with the operations center. So goodbye PDA. I will need more power to work that. So we're going to upgrade the fission pile to a fusion reactor reactor array. That gives us surplus 70 power, or over a surplus like 50 power, so we can actually get 120 power to work with. We've got 5 empty slots. We're going to make those a couple military and a couple space. Get a little more labs out there. Next one. Again, probably not worth upgrading. The big things we're looking for in space to get more of right now is nobles and radioactives. Although, if we were looking for more water, a good another source of water. So, once again, the PDA is obsolete. Time to replace it. I'm going to replace it with the Ops Center for more mission control. And if you're wondering why our money's so low, the Ops Center costs 100... No, costs 30. Tier 3 costs 100. The Tier 2 is 30. Money a month. So this adds up over time. Replace the PDA. We need more power, so we're going to build a fusion reactor. And then we fill the 5 slots up with usable labs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Get a little more science that way. Next one. This has 2 radioactives. We'll take the time to upgrade this one. This one has 1 radioactive. One's probably worth taking up to 3. This one has 1. We'll upgrade it as well. This one's not doing a whole one. It's not even doing a whole noble. Yeah, I guess here we'll go ahead and put the ops in. We'll do the ops sort of combo. So fusion, ops, and then mill, space. Okay. Again, this is a place where we're just going to do the fusion ops. And we're going to do mill, and space. This one's got 3 nobles. 3's a little low for nobles, but we'll take the upgrade here. Again, no nobles, no radioactives. In fact, it's got a old destroyed PDA, point defense array. So we're going to override the defense array with a fusion reactor. And where's the ops center? Here's the ops center. Mill, override the vision pile. Space. Next one. Similar sort of logic. We've got an outdated module here. We'll slap the fusion array over the top of it. Then an ops center. And military. And space. Okay, so this is a crater. Again, if we wanted water volatiles, really great place for it. We don't need water volatiles expansion right now. Again, this is a place that's going to be large enough. I can do a fusion array into an ops center. And then we can fill the extra space up with military and space. And we'll do one info just for some variety. In our cheap science. You can go up to 3. Again, this is a water volatile place, so we're just not going to bother. Fusion. Ops. Mill. Oops, I did 4. That'll be fine. 3 science. On to the next one. Water volatile again. So... Oops, that was fission. The fission's... No, replace that fusion. Ops center. Mill. Space. The info costs a little bit more power. Honestly, you have enough power here. I could be running info. As long as we don't over budget the power, we'll be fine. This one again, another water volatiles. So we'll just take the fusion. Now our ops. Ops center. Next one. This one's got some some metals, but again, not enough to really want me to make major changes. And the next one, not enough nobles here, we won't bother. I'm even going to put the op center over the old construction module here. This is the last of tier 2 and below. Again, this is water volatiles. We're not going to bother to upgrade this. We just don't need it right now. Now we're into tier 3s. These, we're just going to basically be making sure the mine is up to date and that the module slots are full. At this point, I think I probably have enough science. We could have a bunch of science. I don't need more science. Base is up to date. Why is this? Oh, because it's probably telling me I can upgrade the solar. Oh, I have one solar collector. Do I need that solar collector? I do, interestingly. And that's why it's telling me I can upgrade there, because the solar panel can be upgraded, but I don't need to upgrade the solar panel. Usually, the power modules you just upgrade to the highest tier because they maximize the power per worker. Here we probably want to do some upgrades. The PDA, the fission pile are out of date. The construction module's out of date. So we can definitely do some upgrading over. Definitely enough radioactives here would be worth upgrading the mine. So we'll upgrade the mine. We are tier 3 here. So we can run the larger complex, assuming I don't have the lower tier version of it. There's the command center. We'll put the command center over the top of the PDA. We're going to upgrade the agriculture facility. Oh no, I already have an agriculture facility. Okay, so I can replace the ag facility. That's my bad. Okay. Put a fusion over the top of it instead. The fission pile probably wants to get replaced. The construction module and the nanofab one probably want to get replaced. Because the vectoring is better. Yeah, same sort of logic here. Let's just go with the quarter approach. So we're going to put quarters everywhere. I think we've got enough science for the moment. Anyway, we're making enough power that this will be power positive. There's even maybe an argument to be trying to replace the fission array here. Yeah, let's actually replace that fission array. Here we go. That's making the power even more balanced. Replacing the fission with fusion probably would be cost effective if I really want to be min-maxing. Right, so tier 3 fusion eats 1.1 radioactive. The equivalent fission is 0.5. And the fusion even provides twice the power. I'm not going to micromanage it. This is something that if I was to be thinking about running more radioactives, we should micro. Okay, next one here. We got outdated modules. If I needed more metal, we'd be upgrading this mine. We don't need more metal. So it's just going to be about maximizing the output of these modules. The farm isn't upgraded, so that's going to get upgraded. We're going to leave the mine intact because it's not worth the upgrade right now. We're going to command center over one of the old solar panels. I'm going to need more power, so we're going to put a fusion reactor farm over the other solar panel. That brings us power positive, which is probably enough to run all the quarters I probably want to run. Next one. This one's probably good enough. I'm getting like a warning. Something can be upgraded here. And something could be upgraded here. We could upgrade the LDA. And probably what I would upgrade if I do anything, but no, we're going to pass on it. Not going to worry about it. This one could probably do with having the solar collector upgraded over. Doesn't need the solar collector. But it would be one more quarter. I'm just not going to bother. That one's fine. That one's fine. The Mercury is pretty good. Mercury was probably the last place that got wrecked and fixed. Okay, so that's all the improvements. So everything that's tier upgrading, we'll come back and revisit the moment the tier upgrade is done. Twitch chat asking, is this Shadow Empire with the new DLC? Sorry for being a bit slow on the response there. No, this is not Shadow Empire with the new DLC. This is Terra Invicta. I know I've done a bunch of Shadow Empire tutorials recently on the channel. On the YouTube channel. It's not on Twitch. I might do Shadow Empire back when I get back from moving. I've got to decide if I want to actually pick up the DLC. I've been trying not to watch any Let's Plays of Shadow Empire so I don't get distracted and start playing that before the break. I'd like to have a run without interruptions, and I have an upcoming break where I'm going to be helping someone else move stuff, so I'm going to be out for about a week. Crude up... Well, I suppose we can get the counselor cycle moving while I'm doing this. rough update on the timeline for that is the expectation has been moved to I'm going to be out Thursday, Friday for a week. So we're going to be streaming up until then. My dad thinks he's fixed the thing with the truck, is the best way to describe that. Not sure if it's all the way fixed yet. He thinks he's fixed it.
Death to tyrants!
Raising that unrest.
The people will be free.
And we're getting closer to meeting that boost requirement. We're getting cracked down. That's not an immediate problem. Although it's a sign that they're going to come for East Africa. From the point we just lost? Okay. Retook.
Score 1 for the good guys.
3 exotics, 3 abductions, or 6 abductions.
Target secure.
2 and 6.
Target secured.
4 and 7. Okay. Now, assuming we have the power for it, all these orders coming online will give us a bunch of money and influence. Income. Oh, I lost a point in sit down. That's real easy to take back. Also, maybe not a rush to take back. That's something we're going to be pushing into the Caliphate when we get the Caliphate. We took the African Union one off of it. The contested Nyla region.
Reporting in.
Okay, so we haven't lost that point yet. Do I want to take Sudan back? Honestly, not really. No, we got what we wanted off of it for the moment, so they can have it. Government here working to get up to 6.5 so that we can peacefully integrate everyone that they can. There's going to be a couple that they can't, right? They can't peacefully integrate Iran, for example. Yeah, want to get up to like 6.5. Maybe even go all the way up to 7.1. 7.4. But we'll see where we are busy-wise once it gets up to 6.5. Meantime, these 3, if we're not purging territories, are going to be hunting alien structures.
Gear up. Ready. Gear up.
Ready to go. We're going in.
At your service.
One of our counselors had enough XP to pick something up. I'm going to investigate with you. And then we confirm science, let time pass. We do have a batch of ships on the way out to Jupiter. And we're kind of saving up the nobles for the
Lending
next
my
batch.
expertise.
Munitions depot blast. Large explosion has occurred at ammunition depot near Belgrade. Results of fires extinguished after a few hours. An assessment of the damage took place. It appears to be a substantial quantity of ammunition was seemingly destroyed by the blast, so substantial that some European defense officials suspect this was the wreck of Japanese operatives. So I can do nothing, which is probably not the way to do it. We just blame Japan, which can give us some cohesion, lose opinion in Japan, or we can actually, you know, investigate. We're going to investigate. All accounts was nothing more than a case of negligent storage methods. Okay. Quantum Gaming. The new strategy game is ready for release. Focus on ground operations, space presence, global unity, or just make it addictive. Can't do the last one because we're not the initiative. Get a public opinion boost around the world. Get a permanent bonus towards increasing mission control. Or one-off ops. I'm going to go for the mission control one because it's the only one that's an ongoing effect. Probably not strong enough to really matter in this case, but that's an event you can trigger early in the game as well. If you trigger it earlier in the game, it is better. I believe that one just needs quantum computing. So if you wanted to go for it,
Uprising is
you could spawn
underway.
one early.
Long live the revolution.
Okay, so photonic computing. So I think that's the last of the easy economy boosting ones out of info. We'll pick up transnational so where you can see what coordination, see what management is.
Each and every one of us here has at one time looked in the mirror and hated what we saw. But I tell you now, until you come to love the face that stares back at you, you cannot become something greater. Superior Judith Howe, ticketed live stream, the new you.
So we invested the most in antimatter containment, so we get to pick the replacement. We're only going to have... Actually, there's 2 follow-ups to antimatter, so it went from 4 to 5. We'll probably do antimatter weaponry here. We're actually probably more interested in antimatter weaponry than mass production. Because again, that gets us into antimatter particle cannons. Okay, so we're going to get a bunch of cores here coming in line all at once. Oh, I guess we just had construction modules on those 2. Yeah, those 2 had construction modules on them. So this is one of them. This is worth doing because it has the metal upgrade. So we're going to want to upgrade pretty much everything. I might not bother with the construction module. But the rest we want to upgrade. So, in fact, I think this is one we're going to want to upgrade again. So we're going to upgrade the core. We're going to upgrade the mine. I'm actually just going to leave the fission pile there because the fission pile will power the construction module, which makes everything faster to build. We're going to build a new fusion reactor array. And we're going to build an ops center. And can I afford a farm on that power budget? Not without building another fusion array. We'll build another fusion array and a farm. There we go. Oh, and that place would probably benefit from having some defenses. We'll do LDA now that's upgraded. Then the other one... Here's the other one. 14.9 nobles. Same sort of logic. We upgrade you. Leave that construction module for the moment. Fusion reactor array, LDA, and ops center.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
By the number.
Antimatter microfission drive. You usually do this because it's actually going to give you some antimatter, not because you want the drive the moment you hit there. Although, had we gone antimatter quicker, maybe it might have been worth doing it for the drive as well. New settlement core and Luna. These are all the ones that have construction modules coming online, I assume. All at the same time. I guess this is the situation again because of the radioactives are going to be worth upgrading the core and the mine. And the solar collector. Now we should be power positive when that's done. Okay. Few radioactives is probably worth taking to tier 2. It's probably not worth taking to tier 3. So we'll leave it like that. Yeah, here on the Mars, we'll still go for the ops. So build module, fusion, ops, LDA, and that's and a farm. The other Luna one, fusion, ops, LDA. And a farm to feed them all. 2.3 nobles is probably worth upgrading to tier 2. It's probably not enough of an upgrade to warrant going to tier 3. Okay, here, 23 nobles. 23 nobles is probably worth upgrading. If we upgrade the mine and these solar panels, do we have enough power? To power the mine, yes. Holulu Op Center. Farm LDA. Defend the place. Again, we probably, if I upgrade everything, have enough power. The SPS of the nobles is probably worth upgrading to tier 3. Fusion. Gonna need 2 fusions. Ops. Farm. LDA. Again, nobles radioactives, this is worth upgrading. This is actually upgrade all. Upgrade. Upgrade. Gotta be a little bit careful to don't run negative on everything. Fusion. Fusion. Although it wouldn't be the end of the world if we run negative on everything. Ops. Farm. LDA. Again, worth upgrading everything here. Upgrade all. Upgrade. Even upgrade the core. Fusion. 2 fusions. That's ops. Farm. LDA eats more than 1 fusion. The second fusion is actually probably surplus to requirements, but means I don't need the solar panels in theory. Another base. This one's going to be fine just being tier 2. I don't think we're going to warrant upgrading that one to tier 3. This one's worth it. It's over 20. Upgrade the fusion pile. Upgrade the reactor. Build a second fusion. Farm, LDA, Operations Center. Remember to upgrade the core. Okay, I think those are all the ones, all the tier 1s that were upgraded that are set up for the next set of upgrades. Let's more time pass. We lost that point in the East African Federation that we were expecting to lose. And in Singapore. Okay, so the Singapore one's more important to take back than the East African one.
Ready. Acknowledged.
You can purge. Send you to Singapore.
We are taking power.
Your orders?
Send you to East Africa.
Terminating the opposition.
And then we'll keep hunting
Looking
alien
up.
bases. Getting close to having all of them destroyed.
Heading to the LZ.
Ready for my mission. Heading to the LZ.
And yeah, let's confirm assignments at this point. Let some time pass. Okay, so this is going to be Martian bases going to tier 3 that had... What was that? Nanofabs? Yeah, nanofabs on them. So I think it's just... It was like 3 of them, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like 3 of them. Easiest way to tell is going to be that's going to be the ones here that -4 that aren't under construction. Okay. So this has 1 radioactive. It's probably worth upgrading the mine for 1 radioactive. So upgrade the mine. Fusion reactor is probably worth upgrading. We're upgrading that. We do farm and the LDA did battle station. We need a little bit more power to make this work. So we'll plop in a fusion reactor farm. That'll be enough for a new command center, leaving us 150 surplus. Yeah, I think I want more quarters just for a bunch of influence money. Yeah, they're not the most space efficient, but we're upgrading to tier 3 for the mine, so we might as well use the empty space. And here, again, we upgraded here for the radioactives. And same here. Well, we're doing this one for the nobles. The nobles is a little weak here. Although it probably still makes sense to do it in the long run. Yeah, we're basically gonna get a whole extra noble out per month. Bit weak in the short run, but it'll pay off eventually. Oops. The social labs are fine. The social labs are fine. It's meaning to do quarters, not social labs. I did a couple couple social labs, it'll be fine. 15 extra science.
Lending my
And yeah,
expertise.
we took a bunch of stuff off. I'm actually a little low on volatiles at this point. I might have to actually question if I'm going to upgrade other mines until some of the mines come online.
The uprising is underway.
Okay, new colony core. I should hold off. Yeah, we're gonna hold off here. I'm worried about the volatiles and water income's getting too low. We're not doing any massive flight orders recently, but that can
LZ is
change.
secure.
Target destroyed.
Our associates are now in charge.
Back in control in Singapore.
Wrapping up here.
And we're almost boost positive on the daily.
We are in
In
control.
fact, we are now boost positive on the daily. Okay. So I'm going to start slowing down in some places. So Gulf Union probably wants to pick up some economy. It probably doesn't want its welfare getting worse. Would be nice to get some funding there. So we're going to pull away from boost there. Not pure boost anymore. East African Federation, we're just going to cut the boost entirely. Rather it spend on funding welfare. Get its welfare under control. We weren't spending any there. We're going to downplay in the European Union. And I'm going to actually upplay funding in the EU. Same thing in Eurasian. We're going to downplay it, and I'm going to up... I'm just going to downplay it. I would rather have economy, knowledge, Singapore. Singapore we're mostly doing for boost anyway, so Get back to working on economy, welfare, and knowledge. Do a little more knowledge than that. Yeah, that'll work. And then I don't need boost here in Oman anymore. So our rate of boost gain will decrease. But we've reached the point where we're positive without growing it. So yeah, at some point we might want to grow it enough that we can do more admin towers and stuff. But we don't need to rush to that. Direct investment, let's spend some of that influence that's accumulating. Get more income.
Ready for orders.
And it looks like we're back in control in most of those key points.
Your orders?
Your orders?
So
I'm here.
I don't need that command if I backfill the command. Yeah, so let's give you a command. Take that command off. Don't need that command anymore. That frees up one empty space on you. I could put the half a boost back on you. Sure. At some point, we're going to want to put the Carthage materials back on, although we need some serverless boost for that. Need up to 4-month boost. I might actually be paying the boost costs on these, keeping these in storage. Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising me if I'm paying the boost cost on them, keeping them in storage. Yeah, more persuasion. That's our counselors. Updated it for this cycle.
Ready for my mission. Ready for orders.
Well, you can raise and rest. You just can't
Reporting in.
purge places. We're going to have someone defend Singapore.
Securing
So
our
less likely to
control.
have Singapore just fall again.
Reporting in. Making things safe for our people.
Let's see if we can try to get them
Standing
to
by for orders.
cause problems someplace
Standing by.
else.
Securing our interests.
Anyway, we'll keep hunting.
Ready for my mission.
Alien structures. There's currently 5 left.
Heading to the LZ.
Where to?
Going in hot.
Lending my expertise.
Making things safe for our people. Making things safe for
Here,
our people.
make them work for it a little bit this
Securing
time.
our control.
Yeah, a bunch of those quarters just got built, but they don't have the power yet, so they're not going to turn on. Like benefaction, done. Some more nobles. Up here in materials. It's a little late for Soletta. If we were still doing Dyson Sphere Mars, Soletta would be very interesting, but we're moving away from that because we got fusion power. And our Mars had been so wrecked that we ended up backfilling with fission to accelerate construction. Salvage Bay would be a little tempting for getting more radioactive, more exotics, but I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah, let's look quantum battery into battery farm. Pretty sure battery farm is a economy boost.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Scratch one alien base. And
Target
then there's the
secure.
second one. We blew up 2, they replaced with 1. This is already upgrading. Okay, so we leave that alone for the moment.
I'm here.
Okay, we're not quite there. Well, actually, I think I'm where I need to be, which is I need to be in like 1.5 of the most democratic nation I want to merge into it. So 6.4 is within 1.5. You still get unrest if your democracy of the thing you're merging it into is lower. So that long run really means we really want to be at like 7.5. So I'm sort of hit the minimum I want here, but I'd like to go a little bit higher. Otherwise we'd be playing around with the Caliphate. Okay. In the meantime... Well, in the meantime, put you back to generating unrest in China. Putting
The
up bits to
people
break
demand
off.
justice.
You can hunt alien assets.
Ready to go.
We're going to have you hunt an alien asset. They're running low on those. When we run out of that, we'll start
to
just
them.
adding them
At
to
your
the
service.
China list.
Taking it to them.
Reporting in. The people demand justice.
Acknowledged. Going in hot.
Okay. Confirm assignments. Let more time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Right now, I don't want to let the volatiles get much... Water volatiles get much more lower.
Our
So waiting for some of the
technology
mines to come online.
is but a mirror of ourselves. When we reach for fusion, the power of the sun, we reach for the light that guides our path through the darkness. Superior Judith Howell, Seeing the Light podcast.
Okay, so that's a neutronic fusion. Humanity First has contributed the most to the effort, so we get to pick the next one. And I think after a neutronic is proton-proton. And that probably makes sense to do. We can double check in the tech tree. So yeah, a neutronic is proton-proton. We're already working on clean energy to go into climate change. But yeah, proton-proton. 24th of July for clean energy. We'll put that on climate change mitigation afterwards. And you don't have enough power until the power plants come online. 20th of July, so 12 days out. Okay. New cord, another location. Honestly, a lot of these we're going to be ignoring until we can sort that volatile. So don't want the volatiles going down anymore. Where they are is acceptable. Quantum batteries done. It's going to be a little while before the batteries themselves pop up. Battery banks. Do we want Dusty Plasma or... Ah, okay. So these are the two endgame radiators. Dusty Plasma is higher noble cost, but it's lighter and actually a little bit more vulnerable. Whereas Lithium Spray is less, heavier, and very defensive. I might want to do the Lithium Spray. I'm not... Well, obviously we're running heavier radiators right now, so the question comes down to, do I want to pay the extra nobles for the extra weight savings? Probably not. Yeah, let's work on lithium spray radiator. I was debating doing the fusion reactors, but we're already running two energy techs up here to global energies. At least wait until clean energy is done. We're down to 1 before we do a project.
The revolution is coming. The revolution is coming.
By the numbers.
Scratch another alien base.
By the numbers.
Scratch another alien base. Here's another mine coming online. Another mine coming online
We
again.
destroy everything we touch, yet we cannot stop ourselves from touching more. We are so lost, I fetchy. So very lost. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, Private Correspondence.
Yet we cannot stop ourselves from touching more. That's a quote. Clean energy is done. We contribute the most. We contribute the replacement. We already decided what the replacement is, which is climate change mitigation. So, at least the places where I'm investing in mitigation, we can stop it from getting worse. How much we invest in trying to stop... Well, reverse it is a different question. We're going to do that. As far as what I was in the middle of chatting up, alien bases, I think we're about to
LZ
have...
is secure.
Yeah, I think we're about to get all the ones on Earth destroyed. They may build another one, in which case they'll be... Yeah, there we go. So, there was 2 left, now there's 3 left. We're going to get rid of them, sweep the rest 3 of them. And then we'll probably be destroying 1 a turn, and then we'll focus on chipping bits off of China here. And they're doing what they can to keep China stable, and we're doing what we can to destabilize it.
At your service.
Yeah, so I think there's 3 left. Oh, no, I miscounted. There's 2 left. Jordan, Panama.
We're going in. Your orders? We're going in.
6.3. Again, I think we're going to take that to 7.5.
Ready. We will bring it down.
And add another one to destabilizing China.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, more finishing out in various bases. Okay. This is one where we probably want to upgrade. I'll go ahead and upgrade the core here. I think that's the least place we want to upgrade. Again, I'm not going to get too carried away because we're running a little low on volatiles. Which is really, I just need what we were already building to complete. At least before I do more upgrades. We're going to start seeing the bouncing back. We're down to 20, it's now 22, 32. A bunch of mines coming online. Presumably these ones have, some of these ones have power plants that are powering them. Make them work. So for example, this one's on the moon, this one's actually working because there's enough power there.
The people will be free.
Heavy fusion pile, tempting.
Long live the revolution!
Long live the revolution!
Not yet enough to get breakaway states, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, transnational coordination is done. That was in down here. I probably should do the Menad codes, do bonus damage. Yeah, let's do the magnetic weapons. I think we've already done the particle weapon one. My fleets are
Score 1 for the good
spinal
guys.
neutron, magnetic weapons, so that's a good combo to upgrade. More abductions and more exotics.
The LZ is secure.
I think we'll do another pass on upgrading bases at the beginning of the next part. We're coming up and we're going to end this one. There's transnational management, which we'll probably do.
Where do you need
And
me?
what, that's like one base left.
Going in hot. I'm here.
Okay, so I think that's going to be our
The
mission set
government must
for
fall.
the next one. And yeah, waiting for our boost to improve a little bit more, and then we'll probably take the boost even down more in the Gulf Union. As far as making the Caliphate, I think I want to get the Caliphate diplomacy to, like, or democracy, not diplomacy, democracy to 7.5. And then we'll start trying to just sweep the Middle East. And while we're doing that, we're basically going to be focusing welfare and economy, like, whole hog. EU working on funding to help fund other things. We just blocked one of the technologies that allows the environment sustainability level to go up. So that reinvected environment there. Same in Singapore. Although I have Singapore set to do it really slow. Singapore's just rich, so it goes pretty fast in Singapore. We're not doing that in Russia. I think it was just the two of them that I have set to environment. Basically doing it everywhere we're over 50,000. 50,000 over. So that's why we didn't doing the EU. At some point we'll push the Eurasian Union into the EU. I might wait until the European Union's sustainability is like 10 to do that. I was going to wait until we had GDP of 50,000, but due to climate change, that has not materialized yet, and is not going to materialize in a reasonable timescale. And then African Union, we're trying to stabilize it. We're trying to stabilize it so we can add more to it, and raise the democracy. I need to peacefully add East Africa. We need to get democracy up. Actually, to peacefully add most places, I need to get the democracy up. We merged all the places that we could do it without doing more democracy. In fact, we merged some of the places that we could do it without more democracy non-peacefully as well. Yeah. So, the run's going well. We've got a fleet on the way out to Carmine in Jupiter. It'll arrive in 143 days. So early January. I think that will be in the next part. We already know that there are an alien retaliation group coming for them. For some reason, it's taking the aliens a year and a half after we get there to get there. So we'll see if we're even there when the aliens get there. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. We're going to record 2 more parts today. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around, because as I said, I'm going to go record two more parts. But it is the middle of the stream. It's time to get a new cup of tea, also known as tea time. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.